Thank you. Good morning, Warren First 931. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter, and we are live at Juicy's Wellness and Cafe. And it is a juicy Thursday, so if you need a good drink, make sure you come out and check the lovely ladies, India, and everybody here, and ask them about their amazing specials. We're going to talk about that later on in the show. But first and foremost, we want to give a little shout out to our good friends, Reddick Brown Ford, for being a part of today's show as always, because they are community weather sponsors. And we're going to give a little love this morning. Currently, right now in downtown McMinnville, it is going to be, sorry, trying to do 5 things at once. Right now, it is going to be 56 degrees. Now, keep in mind, here it is. Keep in mind, the day's high is going to be 62. Tonight's low is going to be 40. And it is cloudy right now. It is cloudy with a little bit of light rain this morning. As you can see, if you were driving out, dropping off your kiddos like myself, you can see it's not like raining hard. It's just like that mist. And then becoming partly cloudy for the rest of the day. The high of 62, it's winds northwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance today. Now, today was when we said that it was going to be 100% chance of rain, but that, of course, has now changed to 60% chance of rain. Tonight, with it being with a few clouds and low near 40s, light winds and variables will be happening this evening, so buckle up for that. Here is a 10-day forecast of what's going on. Friday is looking cloudy, partly cloudy to sunny skies. I have 68, low of 38. Saturday is very sunny. I'm absolutely loving it. And then on Sunday, mostly cloudy. And then on Monday morning, we may see a 45% chance of thunderstorms and showers, being the high of 58 and the low of 42. And then Tuesday, whatever we don't finish up on Monday, on Tuesday, it's going to be a 35% chance of some showers and thunderstorms. So, again, just buckle up. And we want to, of course, say thank you once again to our good friends at Reddick Brown Ford for being our community weather sponsors. Yes, we are live in the beautiful downtown McMinnville once again here at Juicy's Wellness and Cafe. So make sure you get your juice on. It's always good to put those good nutrients back into your body. We have such a fun-filled show. Again, very informative. And of course, the big one that everybody wants to know with me is how did Tuesday night's meeting with the city alderman and mayor go. As you all know, and of course on that day I was going to post all the information. We were in Facebook jail, but we are now out of Facebook jail, so yay. Still don't know exactly what we did or did not do. One minute we get a message that we are flagged, next minute we're cleared. But from what I'm understanding, when it clears you, you're still in Facebook jail, anything from 24 to 72 hours, depending on the issue. And this was actually our first time. So again, we're back on, baby. With that said, more to come on the show, more things to talk about. We'll really dive right into the stormwater utility bill right after the break. So remember, Warren County, keep it first.
Welcome to Our Coffee Drive-Thru, located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville, or give them a call at 474-1776. At Our Coffee, we pour love into every cup of coffee we serve. Welcome to our coffee drive-thru, located at 601 Beersheba Highway, McMinnville. When you need help with your medical needs, who are you going to call? At Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you're not just a number, you're a part of our community. When you call Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy, you'll get a live person to help answer your medical questions. In a hurry? Try our convenient drive-thru. Stacy specializes in Mr. Stewart's over-the-counter and prescription cough syrups. Need to transfer your prescriptions? It's no trouble to transfer to Stacy's, where people care and wellness matters. Stacy's Wellness Pharmacy is located at 485 North Chancery Street, or give them a call at 474-0600.
Some call it Pioneer Country.
Some call it Tree City.
Some call it the WC.
We call it home.
From the first showing to the final signature.
From downtown charm to wide open fields.
Warren County isn't just on the map, it's where dreams are made.
Because when you're buying or selling in the WC, you deserve someone who gets it.
Make my mom your winning choice for buying or selling real estate in the WC.
Let's make your next move your best move.
Hi, this is Chris Chalpin, owner of Reddick Brown Ford right here in Morrison, Tennessee. In the nursery capital of the world, you need a truck that works as hard as you do. At Reddick Brown Ford, we understand growers, landscapers, and nursery owners because we serve Warren County every single day. From Ford Super Duty trucks to dependable commercial fleet, we help you haul, tow, and grow your business with confidence. Our team also knows your industry, your season, and your bottom line. So when it's time for your next work truck, don't go far from home. Reddick Brown Ford, proud to support the nursery community. Veteran owned and operated right here in Warren County.
Welcome back, Warren First 931. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter. So real quickly, let's talk about the stormwater utility fee. The second meeting was held on February the 24th. Now, this was considered the first reading. So if you missed it right now, if you missed it, I'm sharing you right now the Facebook link that is direct source to the Facebook page that's going to go right to the video. But again, I also want to share this tab at the same time for you guys. So this is the meeting from the other night, just so you know if you need a visual for it. And it breaks it down of how they did it. So like at... here it goes. So it says at 6:40 p.m. they did the Parks and Recreation Committee. Then at 6:50 was the Streets and Sanitation Committee. And then at 7 o'clock was the Board of Mayor and Aldermen regular session, which that's when at 7 o'clock is when they talked about a lot of the things that was on the agenda. But the big hot topic, of course, was the storm water utility fee. And so I want to do a shout out to a lot of people that a lot of people did show. Again, not as many, but some newbies came. And I want to give a shout out to Raven Young, because she came out and done a couple of like approximate estimations on what things are going to cost, certain buildings and things, which was very informative. So you can actually hear it on here. And I was going to see if there is a way. Let's see. Because I wanted you guys to hear it from them as well, and then we'll break down my notes.
Favor? Aye.
Okay.
Motion passes. Item 3 is recognition of visitors. If anyone wishes to address the board this evening.
So right now, this is Mayor Raul Chastain giving the order a recognition of visitors. And this is when Raven came up and talked about, some things that she did research on. So I wanted to share this with you
Step to
guys.
the podium and state your name for the record. And sign in.
Sign in. All right. Raven Young. I know that tonight is a big discussion night, and so I will keep my comments quick. But I did a little bit more research today, especially after the information was shared from board meeting 2 weeks ago about the stormwater fees and utilities that are being proposed. And I was a little surprised to learn that the city government, county government, state government, all of those properties would be eligible also and required to pay the fee of the stormwater. So I got on Property Viewer and did some quick math of city properties as well as some county property, schools, things of that nature. And I came up with, these are approximate numbers because it's obviously not going out measuring everything. But around $33,000 a year would be the fee for stormwater management just from the city. So one of my questions is, where is that money coming from? If we can afford $33,000 a year to go into this, to go into stormwater management, why do we even have to have this fee added to constituents as well? I also looked at the county office, was around $3,000 a year just for their office on Locust Street. And then all of the 5 schools in the city limits for middle school, high school, Bobby Wright, West Elementary, Hickory Creek came down around to $40,000 a year from school property. So there's a lot of fees that I'm just concerned. If we have that money already in our budgets, then why do we need it already? Or if we don't have that money in our budgets, then where is it going to be coming from later on down the road? We're getting fees for stormwater, but are we also then going to get higher taxes later on to pay for some of these things from where the government is having to pay? So those are just some thoughts that I have had. I am obviously opposed to this fee being added to the stormwater, but I just wanted to speak on that. So thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Casey Hertwig. I'll echo that a little bit. I did a little research, and based on the numbers provided, looks like residential would be paying a little under $10,000 a month based on the numbers of residential units. And then commercial properties, where it really gets into additional fees here with the formula provided. I roughly estimated the top 30 or so largest commercial industrial properties with the most impervious cover. You're looking at, $20,000 a month just in commercial, double what the, just for those 30 properties. And then you add another roughly 5 million square feet to cover the rest. And that's 27,000 a month just in commercial industrial type properties. Total with residential, 37,000 a month, $440,000 a year for the stormwater fee. Just seems to disproportionately be unfair to commercial and industrial landowners. The fee lacks a published credit policy. And without that, it's really hard to assess how those commercial industrial type properties can benefit from certain types of activities to reduce their fee. And that $3 rate for the ERU, it's not tied to a published project list or cost basis. Like, where did it come from? And it just feels like, the city residents are kind of getting punished for the city's own deferred maintenance on infrastructure. So, thank you.
Now, coming up to the podium is County Commissioner Scott Kelly talking about his issues with the stormwater utility.
I'm Scott Kelly, Commissioner District 5 here. So do we have a number on how many storm drain issues we have in the city limits, first of all? And second of all, why can't we have the existing water department handle those storm drain issues? To me, they've already got the equipment, they already have the employees, and they have the excavator, the backhoe, dump truck, whatever they need to do that. And so I don't know why they couldn't just do that also in the city. Because there's a lot of residents in the city that do not deal with a storm drain issue. So why make those citizens and those businesses pay for a service that they will never use? So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. If there's no further comment, we'll move on to item 4, petitions. There are none. Item 5 is discussion items. Item 5A is a request for the waiver of fees for the class of 2026 project graduation evening that will be held on May 15th, 2026. Has borrowed some money to begin construction or the city's finances or general fund in any way. The reason the city is involved is because per Tennessee Code annotated Title 7, Chapter 34, Section 101 requires the municipality in which the utility resides to be the legal issuer of those revenue bonds. MES cannot back or cannot issue debt on its own. Hearing none, we'll move on to action items. Item 6A is resolution number 2026-19, a resolution of the City of McMinnville authorizing AEI architects and planners to proceed with the design, development, and construction documents needed for police station projects. Do we have any?
Yes. Deidre Dunlap.
Aye.
Adopt the revised Chapter 7 in its entirety to
Be
express.
missing a page.
To know exactly what we're doing as we go through it than it is to try to go back and figure something out after the fact. So that's my motion.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
You said that we pulled it apart.
We ask that some of the language be taken.
So right now I'm trying to skip guys to the part where we talk about the stormwater utility fee, because I think if you guys see it, you hear it, it's just you're hearing it from your alderman and your mayor, and remember, election is coming up. You need to know what your county and your city elected officials are doing with your taxpayer dollars at the end of the day. But what they are talking about right now is something that I think coincides with the stormwater utility fee. So I'm just going to sit right there because I think right after that they talk about, they do go right into about the stormwater utility fee. So just bear with me because I just think it would be smarter for you just to see this in real time.
Out of it because it reads as we've already passed or the.
Are there any objections by the board?
Lyndon, can Lyndon speak? Yes.
Can you give me some examples?
Yeah, do you want me to go through every page of this?
No, just a couple.
Oh, no. I want to go through every page of it.
Right now?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I would rather table this so we can go through this and have council go through every line in it. It still reads about a utility fee. It still reads about a stormwater manager. We do not have anybody that quote has that title at this moment. And I think if we just, we need to get, we need to do one, and then we need to read through this again, or at least I do. And it's, like I said, it's, I don't know, 30 something pages.
Especially.
So that's my motion.
Any objections by any other board members? Hearing none, we'll just defer that item to amendments number 2026-02, an ordinance of the City of McMinnville to establish the function of the water utility or stormwater utility and create a.
So right now, guys, what you're about to hear is the first official reading of the stormwater utility fee. Okay, so I'm going to play it, keep on playing it.
Special revenue fund and method for funding the utility and to fix the effective date for this ordinance. This is the first reading. Is there a motion to open for discussion?
I make a motion to open for discussion.
Have a motion by Ms. Youngblood,
Second.
second by Ms. Sally Brock. I'll start off because I know that there were a lot of questions last time about what this is for. Obviously, for quite some time, there have been growing concerns as McMinnville grows and develop about stormwater runoff from impervious surfaces, roofs, driveways, parking lots, and things of that nature. And right now, we do have, I think, 6 hotspots that have been located throughout the city limits, a couple of which we're working on. I think there's 4 more that obviously need some improvements. So essentially, the idea is being floated to create a utility, not a new department in and of itself. It would still fall under the existing Public Works Department, but it would be dedicated solely to the management of stormwater projects, grant writing, digging ditches, culverts, installing, all the things of that nature. So that, in a nutshell, is the idea behind that. I did want to address some things that have been passed along to me. I've gotten screenshots from social media. I've seen some.
We are going to take a quick break from a word from our sponsors, guys. And when we get back, you're going to hear the continuation of Tuesday night's meeting with the mayor and aldermen, and going right back into our Mayor Raul Chastain is going to talk about some people that have called him and spoke to him and essentially voiced their opinion. But we're going to take a quick break for more from our sponsors. And when we get back, more things to come. So remember, Warren County, keep it first.
If you're dining in or taking out, we've got something for everyone. From our brisket, baby back ribs, juicy ribeye steaks, specialty sandwiches, and fried chicken tenders. Your taste buds are in for a treat.
Don't forget our weekly specials. Monday, spaghetti or hamburger steak. Tuesday, meatloaf or barbecue chicken pork. Wednesday, pork loin or Salisbury steak. Thursday, smoked chicken halves or country fried steak. Friday, fried catfish or Cajun catfish on rice.
Whether you're feeding hundreds at a company picnic or meeting a friend for lunch, you can count on Praters to satisfy your taste buds.
Call us at 635-2259 and taste the tradition at Praters Barbecue. 30 years of excellence.
This is Tennessee, where every blade of grass tells a story and every lawn is a legacy. At McMinnville Lawn and Garden, we don't just sell equipment. We partner with you to protect what matters most. From Skaggs' finest zero turns to expert service that keeps your land looking its best. Because this is more than business. This is home. McMinnville Lawn and Garden, where Tennessee pride meets Tennessee quality.
Come join us at 110 East Main Street for a farm-to-table experience all year long. We offer gluten-free, dairy-free, guilt-free goodness that will leave you feeling energized and satisfied with every bite. Our small batch from-scratch menu bursts with juice, shots, smoothies, soups, wraps, and sandwiches, and more prepared daily to give you all the nutrients your body craves. We never add powder, sugars, or anything you can't pronounce, so don't miss out on this delicious, healthy opportunity. Swing by and indulge in some wholesome goodness today at 110 East Main Street, McMinnville, Tennessee.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
Welcome back, Warren First 9 through 1. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter, and I am El Solo today because Brian worked last night, so he's got to get his rest this morning and get back to normal. But we are so excited to be back live and out of Facebook jail as well. After, I think yesterday I got back on around a little after 4 o'clock. So I'm back on it, back on track. If that ever happens again, don't forget you can listen to us live on Supreme's Facebook page. You can also listen to us on YouTube, Instagram, as well as many other outlets. So once we're done with the show, if you have Spotify, Apple, and Amazon with Audible, we're also on all of those outlets as well. And don't ever forget to, I always refer to this first and foremost. We do have a website. Now we're still working some kinks out on certain tabs because we're ever so growing, and I want to make sure it's just right for you guys. But one thing is clear. If you go to www.warrenfirst931.com, the last podcast is going to be streamed at the top. Now, yes, it's in Audible. It's not in video yet, but you still get to hear it. So you don't ever miss out on community events that are happening. So getting right back into it, we're going to add back to the stage our good friends. There we go. So this is where we kind of left off with, Mayor Ryle Chastain talked about, reading the rules, regulations, and the potential proposal of the stormwater utility fee. And then this is what, continuing on with him of, some concerns and people that have called and spoke to him directly. And this is what he's had to say.
Some things myself, fielded some phone calls. And one thing was about lack of transparency about this project. And some people feeling that this was put on the citizens abruptly with no warning. This has been discussed by the city for almost a year. Back on March the 20th of last year, MTAS, the Municipal Technical Advisory Service, came and did a presentation about stormwater management, implementing utilities. So we had that. And then on May 28th, Public Works had a public committee meeting. On June 27th through July 11th of last year, there was a public input survey that went out. There were only, I believe, 83 responses, which from a statistical standpoint is not very significant given how many people live in the city. But there were 35 respondents that said that they were in favor of such a project. 38 said no, and 10 more stated that they need more info. So why there were so few responses, I'm not sure, and I can't answer that. Another question that was brought to me was, why was there a public hearing but no answers to questions given by the board? Robert's Rules of Order, as well as Tennessee State Code Annotated, stipulates that public comment is for governing bodies to receive comment from the public, but not to engage in open dialogue. So that's an answer for that question. Having said that, I have not received input from a single person in the city that is in favor of this. So as such, I can't support and won't support starting this utility. So if there's any other comments or.
Well, I have one because it came to my attention looking through some old Facebook things that in 2022, Nolan received an award for stormwater excellence in stormwater management, and that was in 2022. So I think you send that down if you want to, if you guys want to see it. If we got something then in 2022, I think we are good enough to be able to sit down in a room and go through these things that are problems, the places that are problematic, and figure out where we can put some money in the budget to start fixing those. I appreciate, Lyndon, your work. I appreciate the grants you've got. The stormwater utility in itself could do the same things. It can get grants just like our body can get. The general fund can apply for grants. So I appreciate what you said, Mayor, and I would not support this myself.
While I've been sitting on this board for the past year and a half, and I know for longer than that, the board has received repeated complaints from residents about runoff, drainage failures, and flooding concerns. Nearly every subdivision application that's come in front of us has been met with objections rooted in stormwater impacts. We have acknowledged those concerns publicly, and we've stated that we would take action. Under Federal Clean Water Act, 33 U.S.C. Section 1251, and specifically under Section 42P, municipalities operating a municipal separate storm sewer system, an MS4, are required to regulate stormwater discharge and implement management programs. Tennessee law and other states implemented a similar law as to TCA 68-221-1101, expressly authorizing municipalities to establish stormwater utilities, regulate discharge, and review development plans, and fix and require payment of fees to fund such compliance. There have been people not only visiting us at our board meetings, airing their concerns to the board, but people on this board alike who have aired the same grievances about how stormwater has impacted them personally and at their businesses. Despite those complaints, nothing besides this proposed ordinance has been proposed to fix the issue. This is the first structured, legally authorized funding mechanism brought before us to fulfill both our federal obligations and the commitments that we have made to our citizens. If we are serious about addressing runoff and protecting property, we must provide the tools and funding necessary to do so. Addressing stormwater through the general fund is neither sustainable nor equitable. The Federal Clean Water Act, 33 U.S.C. 1251, and specifically Section 402P, requires municipalities operating an MS4 to implement and document a stormwater management program. It expressly authorizes municipality, TCA 68-221-1101 expressly authorizes municipalities to create a stormwater utility and fix and require payments of fees to fund that system. A utility structure ensures that the cost of managing runoff is tied to impact, particularly impervious surface area, rather than shifting the burden broadly onto property taxpayers regardless of their contribution. Funding through the general fund would compete directly with police, fire, streets, and other core services, and it provides no dedicated or protected revenue stream for compliance. A separate stormwater fund ensures transparency, accountability, annual cost analysis, and a stable funding mechanism to meet a federally mandated obligation. If we are serious about addressing runoff and protecting residents from flooding, we need a dedicated structure designed for that purpose, not a patchwork approach, which is the way that we've been doing this for the last 40 years at least.
Any further questions, discussion?
Some of those codes, the Water Quality Act was of 1977, and then another one was of 1987.
And then it was updated and applied specifically to small municipalities in 2000, early 2000s. And it has particularly gotten more, it's gotten harder to comply with as the years have passed.
Does the verbiage say that we're required
Absolutely.
to have the utility, or we?
Not to have the utility. So the federal law states that we are required to comply with MS4.
Mm-hmm.
The states, multiple states, including the state of Tennessee, in response to that, understanding that the federal government was requiring us to comply, but not giving us any source of revenue to do so, passed TCA 68-221-1101, which expressly authorizes municipalities to establish stormwater utilities, regulate discharge, review development plans, and fix and require payments of fees to fund that compliance. And they did that in response to understanding that they didn't want the burden to go to the general fund, to taxpayers generally. It needed to come from a system that took into account who was contributing to it, which is people with impervious surfaces, which is why we take that into account.
Does it say states must or a state may?
May.
No. In the federal law says that we must comply
But the TCA law
with
said-
MS4. In response to that, the state says that we may implement this type of structure. That's why there's no other option. That's why no one's been able to come up with a different option to fund this, because this structure allows for us to focus in on the people who have impervious surfaces who are adding to the runoff. Whereas if you just did it with the general fund, it's broadcasting a too large of a net, and therefore
That's the word.
Taxpayers are all equally responsible for it.
Yeah. I mean, I agree, we need a solution, but if,
This is the only solution, because you can't get it out of the general fund because it doesn't narrow and focus onto the people that are actually contributing. That's the purpose of this.
I mean, I understand that 100%, but if the taxpayers and our constituents don't want it,
But here's
I'm
what
not gonna force it.
Here's what happens. So whether we decide to enforce this or not and to comply, we have to comply under the federal government. So if we don't, either the EPA can come in and sanction us. Actually, private citizens can file lawsuits against us for not complying. And so we're opening ourselves up to lawsuits or sanctions, and several cities have had to do that. And it's more costly to go backwards and fix it and to deal with those sanctions than it is to be proactive and do what we're doing right now.
I mean, have you, when
Go
you
ahead.
started doing codes,
Go ahead.
US code, federal
I'm happy.
codes, the TCA codes, I mean, there's a lot of research behind those things. I would assume that.
Yeah, I mean, federal law always supersedes state law.
But I just want to make sure that we're
Yeah.
clear. The federal law requires that we comply under MS4.
I understand what you're saying.
And state law says we can implement this type of funding.
Yes.
That's it.
I understand that. I just wonder what more there is to read on that.
Sure.
Yeah,
I
I
mean-
haven't read that.
This has been an open conversation
Right.
for a year. So I mean,
I haven't read like the underlying case law and things.
Well, even with anything that I have read and tried to understand on this topic, I think just information that Raven has shared with us tonight, something I hadn't thought about is, if the city itself is going to be hit with $33,000 in fees for our city properties, I think we have to take things like that into consideration as well.
Churches.
Our schools, our county
Churches.
office.
One thing to keep in mind is that we currently allocate $50,000 to stormwater MS4 compliance. So we already, well, it has been 50. Is it 10 now?
It's 10.
Okay, sorry.
And what you guys just heard right there, I do want to stop. So if you didn't catch that in the general fund, that the stormwater utility, when Nolan Ming was in that position, was getting $50,000. And now Lyndon corrected him to let him know that we were only now receiving $10,000. So I don't know what has changed from where we got 50,000 when Nolan was in the office to 10. So it's just something to think about and look at, because going back to what Miss Morton said about Nolan Ming winning the 2022 Excellence in Stormwater, is that why? Is it because we had the funds then and we don't, you know what I mean? So it's just something to think about. But the meeting's almost over when it comes to this, because I want you to see how everybody votes, because this is a great thing about Facebook and social media. You can go back just like I do and watch these sections and remember, know what your elected officials are voting for and how they are representing you. Whether you're for it or against it, we as a community need to know what people are doing and what people are saying. And so it's almost over though, but here, continuing on.
So we allocate money traditionally to this, to comply with our MS4 requirements.
And we have budgets coming up. I just think that's where we need to start looking at some things. That's it.
The thing is, we have to comply, and we're not. So we need to.
Well, if we're allocating money to be in
$10,000.
compliance.
I think we comply.
We comply with MS4, the general application and the fee that goes with it. But we need to continue to establish drainage systems, to review developmental plans, to create infrastructure generally to continue to comply with that, which is why we're here.
I mean, I guess at this point right now, all we've got to do is just put it to a vote. And as Morgan said, budget cycle is coming up for review. You know, and I understand exactly where you're coming from, Ms. Youngblood, but the fact of the matter is, on my end, and I know several others, is that the citizens are adamantly opposed to this. So,
The thing that I've heard the most is that from people who have no problems at all with stormwater, feeling like, you know, why should I have any?
Here's a contradiction to that. I've never called 911, but I still pay 911 fees on my cell phone. So, I mean, there's all kinds of things like that that some people may never use. You know, I pay county taxes that go to the EMS service, and I've never ridden in an ambulance before. So that can go both ways.
And the impervious surface is contributing to somebody else's stormwater issue.
Yeah.
So that's not a viable.
Yeah, I mean, all of that goes both ways. I mean, if you build a house, you may not have flooding problems, but you're contributing to it somewhere down the waterway. So it all goes both ways and has two sides.
I think that, and I hope that you all take into consideration that there are some people who are in opposition, but there are a lot of people that are not in opposition. And a lot of times we only get to hear the bad things and not the good things. And so people don't show up to support us when we're doing good things. And so we only hear from certain ones that do not feel that way. But I feel that this is the right thing to do for the city of McMinnville. It's something that hasn't been done, and we are feeling the effects of it 40, 50, 60 years later because no one has taken it into consideration. So.
Any further questions or discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote.
All right. So when we get back, we are going to listen to the vote now for the stormwater drainage. We do have our stormwater utility fee, and I want you to pay attention who voted for it and who voted against it. Because as I say, we have to hold our elected officials accountable at the end of the day. So we're going to take another quick break from a word from our sponsors, but when we come back, you're going to see who voted in favor of and who did not vote in favor of it. We do know that already publicly speaking that Mayor Chastain and Ms. Morton have already made a public saying that they are opposed to the storm utility bills. So with that being said, when we come back from the break, we're going to hear how the vote went and then get back to our regular scheduled program. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.
This is Tennessee, where every blade of grass tells a story. Lawn is a legacy. At McMinnville Lawn and Garden, we don't just sell equipment. We partner with you to protect what matters most. From Skag's finest zero turns to expert service that keeps your land looking its best. Because this is more than business. This is home. McMinnville Lawn and Garden. where Tennessee pride meets Tennessee quality.
Fall is here, and it's the perfect time for planting. Visit Randall Walker Farms at 8240 Manchester Highway in Morrison, Tennessee. From fresh plants to seasonal favorites, we have everything you need to beautify your home or project this fall. Available for both retail and wholesale. Looking for something sweet? Don't miss out on our delicious frozen blueberries. Stop by and see us 6 days a week, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. For more information, call 931-635-9535 or email rwalkerfarms@benlomond.net. Get ready for fall with Randall Walker Farms, where fall planning begins.
Some call it Pioneer Country.
Some call it Tree City.
Some call it the WC.
We call it home.
From the first showing to the final signature.
From downtown charm to wide open fields.
Warren County isn't just on the map, it's where dreams are made.
Because when you're buying or selling in the WC, you deserve someone who gets it.
Make my mom your winning choice for buying or selling real estate in the WC.
Let's make your next move your best move.
Planning an auction? Count on the Get It Done Auction Company. The Donald Hillis Realty and Auction Company. In business since 1991, they specialize in residential and commercial real estate with emphasis on farms and land. They can help you with estate settlements, business liquidations, and farm dispersals, including land, livestock, and equipment. Donald Hillis Realty and Auction Company, representing more and more families in estate auctions each and every day. Call 473-7774 or visit DonaldHillisRealty.com. Firm 2273.
Welcome back, Warren First 931. I am your host, Kelly Walker Slaughter. We are live at Juicy's Wellness and Cafe. Make sure you come one and come all here after we get done with the stormwater utility fee, because now we're going to see how the vote went. Because instead of taking my word for it, you're hearing it straight from the horse's mouths. So, because a lot of people are like, well, is that, they always tell me after my show, well, is that your opinion? Or, because my thing is, when we watch mass media news outlets talk about things that's going on in the world, it takes me literally 3 to 4 hours to figure out if they're telling me the right thing or not. Because you always got to be careful what people are telling you, including myself. I always say, check me, y'all, check yourself. But just watching this verbatim is the best thing any of us can do. And that's why I wanted to show it to you guys today. So we are going to bring it back into the film here. And now it is going up for vote. So we're going to hit play and then listen to how it goes.
Sally Braun?
Yes.
Beaker Dunlap?
Later, because no one has.
Rachel Kirby?
Let me get back to Ray.
Later, because no one has taken it into consideration, so.
Any further questions or discussion? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote.
Sally Braun?
Yes.
Beaker Dunlap?
No.
Rachel Kirby?
Let me get back to Ray. I may no.
Carrie Morton?
No.
Carrie Youngblood?
Yes.
Mayor Chastain?
No, motion fails.
All right. So as you guys just seen and heard, it was 4-2 and not in favor of the water utility fee. So with that being said, since it did not pass its first reading, that means it is not going to be coming back up. It has to go through the whole process once again. And I do definitely want to show you this if I can get to it really fast. If you ever want to know, if you can't be at these meetings and so forth, I really encourage, there it is. I really encourage you guys to follow the City of McMinnville's government page. I want to see if I can find it right quick. No post. I'll just scroll up because they talk about. Yeah, it's right here. I'm trying to find that post, and I do apologize. I shared it the other day. Quick look back. Is this it? No, that's not it. Right here it is. Okay. So they posted this on February the 11th. So it actually really just helps quickly get to the destination of the part, talking about the stormwater utility, like just the breakdown of it in general. And I want you guys to see it like how we see it. So you can actually go, and I'll share this link once again while I'm talking to you guys. Let me add this into the feed, and then we can move on to our other stuff. But here is the direct website link to the Stormwater Utility Public Works Capital Improvement Projects. Now, one thing that I want to show you guys needs to go down. I don't know what's it doing. Okay. So as you scroll up, I want you to look at the column on the right-hand side, like right over here, the expected the implemented timeline, okay? Back on March 2025, the Stormwater Utility Workshop presented by the MTAS. And then on May 28th, March, April, May, so 2 months later, the Stormwater Utility Streets and Sanitation Committee did a presentation on it at 1 p.m. And this just breaks it down to everything. Then in June, Public Works. So like Mayor said, this was not something that was just brought up on February the 10th. It's just that we as citizens are so busy with everything that we're doing in the community that we're overwhelmed with life and family. And I totally get it. But at the end of the day, we owe it to ourselves as taxpayers to know where our money is going. Yes, do we trust the people we have elected? 100%. But they have got to be accountable just as much as we need to be accountable. So before you start pointing the finger and saying, oh, no, we did not talk about this, this is something new, you need to go and find out the stuff first before we even go opening our mouth or before we go to chatter and things like that. Because once you do that, which of course is assumptions and jumping to conclusions, this is what happens. So knowledge over noise. I say this a lot on my show and with everybody that I do stuff with, knowledge over noise. So get the knowledge behind it. Just this morning, as I was rewatching the meeting, I took the time to email and text some of the elected officials, the aldermen, to send this information I found for Linden that's over our Public Works Department. I found not one, but several stormwater grants, some that are still can be used and some that are not, but I want people to know that I want our city officials to know that there are grants out there for the stormwater runoffs and things like that to help municipalities. So my suggestion is maybe, and please, somebody chime in if I'm talking crazy, but maybe what we should do before we give it to the taxpayers, us, is I would love for the Public Works and the mayor and aldermen to get together, look at some grant opportunities, see how much money that we can get to help go towards the stormwater. And then once we get it, because, there's some chances you don't get all the grants, but say we got them. Because back in let's see, I had this just shared back in, I think it was last year. Sorry. It was either last year or the year before last, either 2023 or 2024. The EPA offered around $620,000 in grants for the Tennessee communities to help address stormwater issues and maintenance. So again, if we had, stormwater excellence awarded to Nolan Ming in 2022, what happened in those 4 years? So if it's money, why can't we get grants to help? And then once the grant money comes in and starts rolling in and helps out stormwater maintenance, I think is what it's called, then what we can do at that point is then bring it back up to the citizens, the taxpayers, and maybe come up better with an affordable fee to maybe give the taxpayers to help maintain for futures to come. That's my thought. I would love to know if anybody agrees, disagrees, what's your thoughts on it. But that's mine in a nutshell on that. And, as a taxpayer, knowing how much we were going to have to pay for the stormwater utility fee, we're already paying so much right now that adding that on, what we would give up in a year would have been astronomical, and it's just not affordable. And, we talked about people that are renters that are in fixed incomes. I also look at people that are homeowners. At the end of the day, and 9 times out of 10, most Americans are always in debt. They're already on a fixed income. It's just a different level of fixed income, right? So just think about that. And again, I always say, if there is an issue that comes up, whether it's with the county or the city, I always implore people to do your due diligence, do your homework, go look at how people are voting and things like that nature, or go back, again, the city of McMinnville, the government's Facebook and YouTube channel airs all their meetings, all of them. Okay. And the counties, they air just the full court. Now, we here at Warren First 931, we try to attend as many subcommittees as we possibly can. And if we can't go live with them, we try to record them and play them later. So you, as the citizens of Warren County, the concerned citizens of Warren County, can see how your elected officials are voting and whether you're in favor of it or not, to help clear your mind from all that noise. Because once, something gets mentioned on chatter or things and it starts going on the circles, the whisper game, it can really cloud the mind. And it's time for us not to just raise our voices of concern, but it's time for us to use, as Mr. Douglas used to say in his economics class, he would say, put a little crinkle on your noodle or your noggin, and it's time for us to wake up and start using that big, beautiful brain we have. Because if we don't, it's just going to turn to mush. Sorry, not sorry on that one. But we're going to take another quick break from our sponsors. But when we come back on the show, we're going to have Mary Beth come on the show and talk about their amazing food specials today and their juices. So again, maybe they'll tell us some secrets. Maybe they won't. We shall see. But remember, Warren County, keep it first.
Dad had a vision in 1964 to start Ganton Bolden. Now it's Gateway Tire and Service Center. He wanted our customers to have the best products and service at a fair price. That was his motto then, and that still stands today. We promise to be upfront and honest with each and every customer. We'll never try to sell something that our customers doesn't need just to make a buck. If that's what makes us different from our competitors, well, we're just fine with that. Come see us today or give us a call at 931-815-9000.
Come join us at 110 East Main Street for a farm-to-table experience all year long. We offer gluten-free, dairy-free, guilt-free goodness that will leave you feeling energized and satisfied with every bite. Our small batch from-scratch menu bursts with juice, shots, smoothies, soups, wraps, and sandwiches, and more prepared daily to give you all the nutrients your body craves. We never add powder, sugars, or anything you can't pronounce, so don't miss out on this delicious, healthy opportunity. Swing by and indulge in some wholesome goodness today at 110 East Main Street, McMinnville, Tennessee.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
Some call it Pioneer Country.
Some call it Tree City.
Some call it the WC.
We call it home.
From the first showing to the final signature.
From downtown charm to wide open fields.
Warren County isn't just on the map, it's where dreams are made.
Because when you're buying or selling in the WC, you deserve someone who gets it.
Make my mom your winning choice for buying or selling real estate in the WC.
Let's make your next move your best move.
Hi, this is Chris Chalpin, owner of Reddick Brown Ford right here in Morrison, Tennessee. In the nursery capital of the world, you need a truck that works as hard as you do. At Reddick Brown Ford, we understand growers, landscapers, and nursery owners because we serve Warren County every single day. From Ford Super Duty trucks to dependable commercial fleet, we help you haul, tow, and grow your business with confidence. Our team also knows your industry, your season, and your bottom line. So when it's time for your next work truck, don't go far from home. Reddick Brown Ford, proud to support the nursery community. Veteran owned and operated right here in Warren County.
Welcome back, Warren First 931. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter, and alongside my beautiful, always guest, Miss Mary Beth from Juicy's Wellness Cafe.
You're so kind.
But today, it's just coming at you. See, I put it on the thing for a reason because I think we need to be elevated.
Yeah, we do.
Yep. But while you're talking about the specials, I'm going to pull it up on Facebook of the amazing chicken Caesar wrap thing concoction. Yes.
So guys, today we are having our crispy Caesar tofu wrap, which includes our crispy tofu that tastes like chicken. Don't knock it till you try it.
That's true. Preach.
Roasted chickpeas. It has fresh leafy greens. It has chopped tomatoes and red onion if you want it. If you don't, let us know. We won't do it. But the secret
Tri-County Bank.
The remoulade. Is that how you say that? Roulade?
I don't know.
Remoulade dressing.
Girl, I don't speak chef. Don't give me another job.
I'm having a moment.
There it is. Yeah.
But yeah, so guys, that has a dressing on it that will blow your mind. Cindy does such an amazing job, and she's working her magic right now. So like I
can
said,
smell it. It's so good, guys.
If you haven't tried it, don't let the word tofu scare you. It is packed with protein. So all you guys out there wanting protein, this is your sandwich today.
I'm going to tell you guys, I will be ordering this today. I've been seeing the chicken being chopped. The tofu, being chopped. Again, it looks like real chicken and it tastes like real chicken.
Yeah.
You're good. Yeah. We'll get it there.
It really does. And then also today we have our joint juice.
What kind of joint juice? What are we adding? A little extra puff, nudge, nudge?
Not today.
Oh, okay.
So this juice has apple, turmeric, ginger, lemon, and pineapple.
Oh.
And this is good like if you have achy joints.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So I just went back to the gym. I started back this week. So I'm achy. I'm having some joint pain. So
Yeah.
I'm going to have some joint juice today.
Okay.
So-
That's why it's called the joint. I love it. Good morning.
So yeah.
Can you give us a teaser of maybe, do you know what tomorrow's special is going to be?
I do not.
Okay.
But let me tell you this. Next week, I'll be doing all the cooking. So
Okay.
Miss Cindy's going on vacation that she so deserves.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And I'm looking forward to getting back in the kitchen next
I
week.
love it. I can't.
Yeah.
Is there anything like you miss cooking that you
Yes.
might bring back next week?
Yes.
Can
I
you
can't tell you.
Oh, come on.
Surprise.
Well, if you guys don't want to try the Crispy Caesar tofu wrap, which I just wish you put Crispy Caesar chicken tofu wrap, because then, just say it as it is. My favorite go-to here is the green. You're gonna have the veggie sliders,
The garden.
garden sliders. I couldn't
Same
remember.
thing.
It's yeah, and it is so delicious, guys. And instead of getting like the tomato, I sub in a cucumber,
Yes.
which is so good and packed with so much nutrients and
Flavor.
oh my gosh, yeah. I mean the cornbread alone. I mean, guys.
Fuel your body the right way, and I always say the juicy way.
Yeah, exactly.
So, guys, we're the only health food store here or restaurant
Yeah.
in McMinnville, which I'm very proud of.
100%.
I'm
Yeah.
100% proud of that, guys. And we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So I just always want to thank our community for always
Yeah.
showing up and even showing out sometimes when we sell out.
Oh
So,
my gosh,
yeah.
yes.
So thank you guys for always your support. For
I
us
love it.
and
So-
what we represent.
Yeah, exactly. Your brand is amazing. And speaking of Juicy's Wellness and Cafe, if somebody is watching this and you're new to the community, what hours of operation do you guys have here?
It's 9 to 4:30, Tuesday through Friday.
Okay.
We're all about being healthy, so we get our weekends off.
Yes.
And, so
Not just about healthy eating wise, but mentally and emotionally healthy.
right. I used to work
I took
every
a day
day.
off yesterday.
Yeah. And I used to work every day, and I got burnt out.
Yeah, it happens.
Really easy. And so, yeah, I said, you know what? I'm done with that.
Exactly.
So, and it's been a blessing. So I haven't missed being here on the weekends.
You're like, it's such a relief
Yeah,
that you
it's
can
nice
take a
to
break.
be home with your family and just chilling, cleaning
Yeah.
the house.
And
doing all-
being, what do they call you? Lolly? Boof.
Yeah.
That is a new one. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
I'm a
Boofy.
funty when it comes to my nephews.
Nickname.
But then once they turn teenagers, I'm not funty anymore.
Well,
I'm
my
like
brother
boring.
started that.
I could be bunty for boring out.
No. I'm Boofy for goofy.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
But again, come on out, support not just one local business owner,
Right, all-
but support all of the local businesses, not just downtown.
Right.
All of Warren County. We have so many mom and pop stores that it is amazing. And I was talking to somebody about this actually yesterday, Mary, how used to, and you remember this back like 20, probably 30 years ago, because I'm trying to think how, what my high school reunion was. It was the 20 year. 20 years ago, we had less than 40 nonprofits here in Warren County. Now, 20 years later, we have over 140 nonprofits, which is a blessing, first and foremost. But at the same time, trying to get all that stuff working out is so. Think about it. We only had very few businesses 20, 30 years ago, and now we have so many amazing options. You don't have to go to Murfreesboro to, oh my gosh, there's a place in Murfreesboro when I get my hair done I go to, and now Clean Eats.
Yeah.
I go out there when I'm in the Murfreesboro area, but we don't have to go and get Clean Eats out of town. We can come right here at Juicy's. If you want to get some amazing grade A coffee, how many coffee shops do we have, Mary?
A lot.
A lot. But you could go to our good friends at Our Coffee Drive-Thru. Does a phenomenal, not only, here's my other thing about our mom and pop stores is not only are you getting there for the food and the drinks, but the conversations that you have with the people that work there are just so uplifting and loving. They take care of you like your family.
Yeah, and Vanilla Bean too. Like
yes,
Vanilla Bean is also a great. I mean, the people there are amazing.
Amazing.
They take care of
yes.
us, and we try to take care of them. And
Sally
I wish we
and
could
them
get
does
to our coffee more, but it's hard for me, Tina, to get there because I'm all, well, you know.
I drive by it every day, so it's not hard for me. I actually have a surprise for her today when I drive by. I'll tell if she's watching. I don't know if she's watching, but when I went to do the cruise with the Carnival last year, I got to go to, I think it's called Arbor. Oh, what's it called over there? Anyways, one of the drop-offs we went to, they had a tea place. And I love trying different types of tea. And why not try how people do it in the Dominican Republic?
Right.
They have a chocolate tea. Oh, I got some in the car if you want me to give you some.
Yeah.
And I tried it, and it's better than hot cocoa.
Definitely bring me some in.
Yeah, it's in the car. And this is pure cocoa beans, not chocolate.
I may get yours, Tina.
Yeah. And so I got a one bag, which didn't cost much, but if ever people like it, I'm going to bring more of it because I think being able to travel and try all these different things and then bringing it back to the community because we're always so willing to grow.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so make sure
it's cool.
It is.
It's such a cool little town.
20 or 30 years ago, not so much.
No, when we first came here, everything was
We
boarded
had
up.
very few shops.
Very few.
Especially downtown, like you were saying. These windows were not open. They were boarded up,
They were
like she
boarded
said.
up, yeah.
Yeah. But we're going to take one more quick break from a word from our sponsors. But when we get back, we're going to end the show with birthday shout outs and the community calendar because, guys, it is ever so growing. And you're about to see, as I call it, word vomit. I try to make it not look like it, but it is what it is. But remember, Warren County, keep it first.
The people of this region for 53 years, and we are fully committed to the people and the communities that place their trust in us. McMinnville in Warren County is just one of the 9 counties that we serve. With 4 convenient branch locations, along with 7 ATM and ITM locations, you can be assured that Citizens Tri-County Bank is close by. Committed to you and committed to the communities we serve. It truly is what makes Citizens Tri-County Bank the only community bank you will ever need. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is David Moore with Supreme Building Products. We've been your one-stop shopping center for lumber and building supplies since 1963. We're a family-owned business and operated and proudly served Warren County for over 50 years. At Supreme, it's not just about great prices, but it's about exceptional service. Our customers are what's always supreme. From lumber to roofing to plumbing and paint, we have everything you need to build your dream home from the ground up. Whether you're a contractor, a homeowner, or a weekend warrior, our knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you at our state-of-the-art drive-through lumberyard. Visit us, please, at the corner of Highway 70 and North Spring Street. There's something for everyone at Supreme Building Products, where quality and customers come first, and the coffee's always free. And always be sure to shop local. Call us, please, at 473-9564.
Where we say the customer's always supreme. Supreme Building Products. Your one-stop shop for all your building needs. From the showroom to the lumberyard, a builder's dream. Professional sales and a great location with your guaranteed satisfaction. Where we say the customer's always supreme. Supreme Building Products. Supreme Building Products.
Rise and shine, McMinnville. Treat yourself to delicious frozen and soft drinks in Sonic, perfect for those hot summer days. Whether it's lunch or dinner, let Sonic be your go-to stop to cool off and refuel during the summer rush. And don't miss our special drink offer available until 10 a.m. Start your day the right way. With so many flavors to choose from and the best sun drop in town, why go anywhere else? Drive into summer with Sonic in McMinnville.
This is Tennessee, where every blade of grass tells a story and every lawn is a legacy. At McMinnville Lawn and Garden, we don't just sell equipment. We partner with you to protect what matters most. From Skaggs' finest zero turns to expert service that keeps your land looking its best. Because this is more than business. This is home. McMinnville Lawn and Garden, where Tennessee pride meets Tennessee quality.
Welcome back, Warren First 931. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter. We are live at Juicy's Wellness and Cafe. Don't forget that today is the crispy Caesar tofu wrap, which is allude to the chicken wrap, Caesar chicken wrap, but it's tofu and it's fried and crisp and roasted, and it is so good. If you have not had it, you need to. But with that said, I'm going to share this last thing with y'all and then wrap it up here as we're getting close to our time. But here we go. So right now, this is your Warren First Community Hub calendar. So today at 12 noon is the election withdrawal deadline. I don't have the paper in front of me, so it's for one or the other on each. But with that said, also going on today is Diary of a Wimpy Kid, the musical. Their first showing is tonight officially at 7 p.m., located at the Park Theater, which of course is 115 West Main Street. And don't forget, today at 4:30, we are going to be doing a pop-in interview with them right before the show. So make sure you tune in with us to this afternoon as we are going to do an interview with the cast and the director and more. With that also said, go into our community calendar going on today. We also have the Refuge Recovery Meeting that is going to be held at the Freedom Life Church. Meal starts at 6 p.m. Childcare and transportation is provided. The American Red Cross is doing a blood drive at First United Methodist Church on Main Street from 12:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Receive a $20 e-gift card. Centertown T-ball and softball late sign-ups is at the Centertown Recreation Park on Tobit Road from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. tonight. Now, tomorrow at 7 p.m., once again, your second showing of Diary of a Wimpy Kid musical at the Park Theater, followed by Centertown's T-ball sign-ups going on. Another cool thing that's going on at the 3-Star Mall is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Magic: The Gathering card game set launch. And that is going to be held at your very own local game store at the 3-Star Mall. Registration starts at 10 a.m. tomorrow. The event will start at 6 p.m. sharp. So, if you have not registered and you can't make it tomorrow at 10 a.m. for Friday, make sure you go and register today at the 3-Star Mall. Understanding ARC labels and proper PPE selection classes is from 3 to 4:30 p.m. at the Chamber Community Room. This class is designed for electricians, maintenance personnel, supervisors, and safety professionals. Also going on, started at 10 o'clock this morning, is the Collective Heart Beautiful Souls Wellness Walk. They actually do the walk at the 3-Star Mall at 10 a.m. every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So mark your calendar for that if you're looking for a group just to go walk with at an indoor controlled facility. The youth watercolors painting is going to be at the Rock Island State Park Nature Center for $5 per person from 1 to 2 p.m. today. So if you got some homeschool kids or some kiddos that are not in school, you can go take them to the Rock Island State Nature Center. And for $5 per child, it is from 1 to 2, you can do a youth watercolor painting class. Today going on at 11 a.m. here in the next 30 minutes or so, it's the February's Warren County Coalition meeting at the Cheer Mental Health Facility. And then if you love all these nature things going on, don't you fret, because they're having a coffee with a ranger at Savage Gulch. It happened this morning or tomorrow morning, I should say, at 8 a.m. to 9:30. And that is at Savage Gulch State Park. You meet at 1183 Stone Door Road in Beersheba Springs, Tennessee. It's $8 per person, but it's 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m., and that's coffee with a ranger. Going on Saturday, the Morrison-Rutan Softball League is holding their sign-ups from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Morrison-Rutan building. Also, the Morrison Speedway opens up its practice for all classes. Spectators entry is $10 per person. Ages 6 and under are free, and gates open in at 10 a.m. You have 2 chances to see A Diary of a Wimpy Kid the musical, one at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. at the Park Theater. The DeKalb County Youth Baseball Car and Truck Show is at 11 a.m. at the DeKalb Christians Academy School. Mad Hatter Tea Party at Falcon Rest at 11 a.m. Tickets are $20 per person. The Pokemon Casual Gaming is at 2 p.m. every Saturday at the local game store at the 3-Star Mall. So this Saturday, don't forget, Pokemon Casual Gaming is at 2 o'clock. Centertown T-Ball and Softball's late signups are going on Saturday on Tobit Road from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Rock Island Trolley Stop, their reopen weekend, is going to be from 11:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Limited menu. The Blue Hole Hike is going to be at the Rock Island State Park. Meet at the Blue Hole Trailhead. Donations are accepted 10 to 11 a.m. February watercolor, they're going to make an owl with their watercolors. Once again, we'll be at the Rock Island Nature Center, $15 per person. And then I think this is really awesome too, guys. Stocked Horse Show Warm-Up Clinic is going to be at the Rock Island Station, or Rock Station Road in Rock Island, Tennessee at 1273 from Saturday 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., Sunday 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's a $200 for the full weekend. And then, of course, we got cookies and wine painting at Bings Creek, backpacking 101 at Old Stormfort State Park, VFW fundraiser, all-you-can-eat breakfast at the VFW Post, 1094 Manchester, Tennessee, because we had a lot of people reach out to me and give me these dates. And so I know we were trying to keep it just for Warren County, but we have a lot of people, not just in the Warren County community, that reach out. And I think the community calendar should show that. Explore the day at Savage Gulf State Park. Pellets and Skulls at the Nature Center at Fall Creek Falls State Park. You're going to meet at the Nature Center. Donations accepted. It's going to be from 2:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. And then last but definitely not least, on Saturday, it's called She, a New Vision Women Care Conference at the New Vision Life, located at 1750 North Thompson Lane, Murfreesboro, Tennessee at 7 p.m. February the 28th through March the 1st is the Centennial Rifleman class at Mountaintop Gun and Archery, 8:30 to 5:30 each day. For registration info, contact the location, which is Mountaintop Gun and Archery. And then, of course, on Sunday, kicks off the Morrison Cove Tulip Farm. I got to get more details on the timing and event stuff, but this is great for family outing, photos, picnics. You can pick your own or select ones already picked. I got to get with Leanne Morrison on more details for the Morrison Cove Tulip Farm, but be aware of it. On March the 1st, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, the musical, is going to be at 2 p.m. At the Park Theater, and then so forth. So, again, so many things going on in the Warren County community. We are truly so blessed to live in such an amazing county here in Warren County. If you have an event that is going on that you would like us to put on the community calendar and then some, please let us know. We would love for you guys to do that and more. Call me or text me at 931-369-3050, and we will get you set up on the community calendar as well to become an editor as well. We love adding as many and all events going on that is important to the Warren County community, whether it's free or not, you know. Also, too, if you just want to be able to view the calendar, you can do that as well. We are going to start sharing that on our socials as well as our big one. We want to share it on our WarrenFirst931.com's website so you can know anything and all things going on in this town. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's so many more things going on. It's just so hard to keep up with everything, right? That's why you can go to the calendar. So before you plan an event and things like that, you need to go and check out our calendar to know that. And then we've also, just to let you know, we are working hand in hand with the Chamber of Commerce, where they actually have a link that they visually can see this as well. And they're adding these events to their calendar through the Chamber of Commerce here in Warren County. So with that said, guys, Take care. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your day. Today was so eventful and thrilling. You can always tag. Please like, share, follow, tag, subscribe, all that and more. My goal is to now, we are thriving in our Facebook, Instagram pages. Now we are pushing really hard for our YouTube subscribers. Please, please, please. My goal is to get over 1,000 subscribers, because after that, I'm just being transparent. I can finally be monetized on our YouTube channel as well, just like we are on Facebook and Instagram. And if you don't know that, simply that's just the subscribers, the viewership, the likes, the shares, the comments. We're monetized on Facebook and Instagram because we have so many people that view our content. In less than 28 days, I just looked at it yesterday, and I'm going to double check it again right now so I'm not lying to you guys on what I visually see. I got to click on the right thing first. Hold on. And it's like Mary said earlier, the reason that everyone that they here at Juicy's are so successful is because of you guys. And that's truth. All right. So let me go. I got to go to my business page. Hold on. All right. So in the last 28 days, or that's the whole week, view all. I want to view all of it, boo-boo. So in the last 28 days, we have over 1.3 million in content views. We have added over 360 new followers. We have went up in our conversations with our folks on our videos and more. It's even telling me, great job completing your weekly goals. Thank you, Facebook. And so again, our business here is ever so growing. We are hoping to introduce and launch here in the next week or two some new shows that our interns here have created. I am so excited to introduce them. We're going to have first and foremost Colin Tetherow and Claire Hill introducing a new show called Pop Roots. You know, it's going to be called that, meaning pop culture. Everybody wants to know. I just don't have time to do all these shows, so why not get them to do it? So we're going to have that. We're also going to be introducing some new folks with us that is working under the Pioneer Playbook. We got some new imaging and things to go with that. I want to shout out to my boy, Ty Childers, for taking over that huge load stuff from us here as well. And then Olivia Pilcher, she is joining us, and she's going to be cross-trained in everything, but she's taking over all things and everything with the local Voice newspaper. So again, we have so much exciting new things here at Warren First 931, and I cannot wait for you guys to see all that and then some, because it's because of you that I'm here like this today. And so I want to thank you and raise you guys up for doing all that you've done for me. Thanks to everybody that listened to our show today. Miss Tina from Our Coffee said thank you all. Us locally owned business sure do appreciate each other in ways that are just incredible. Yes, 100%. That's how we make it in this town, how we thrive, and how we can support one another. It's just phenomenal. Guys, take care. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your day. And remember, Warren County. Oh, before I forget, somebody did a birthday shout out. Birthday shout out to my dad, Chuck Gulick. Today is his 70th birthday. Yay. My father-in-law's birthday is coming up next week, and he's turning 70. So again, if you ever do have a birthday shout out, we would love to get them on the show and give you some Facebook and social media love here as well. Guys, take care. God bless. You can either choose to be a blessing or a curse. And remember, keep it